Hello guys, today I'm actually going to be doing some Final Fantasy XI content. Now, I know that I want to build more mythics, which means that I actually have to build more, I have to do a lot more farming to actually build more mythics. So what I'm going to do is start working some more on my therion ichor, which you need 100,000 points, and this honestly takes probably more time than any of the other categories to make a mythic. So I already got my lamp. I traded 1,000 gil to Kilusha because I have the key item that allows me to have a cheaper purchase of smoldering lamps, and then I buy the lamp off the Kilusha NPC. I'm gonna come down here because I know that the zone is actually right outside of this town, but I also know that there's a home point added that's near the zone, so I can come to this home point and then teleport to that home point and save myself some of the trip. Okay, so I will actually travel to one of my favorite points, which is Kadarva Cedarva, however you say this. And we're going to do an Einherjar run to go get some therion ichor. Hopefully a 1920 therion ichor, which is the max that you get from an Einherjar run. Alright, so I'm going to actually be teleported to this home point in Kadarva, but I know if I walk forward I get pushed into the zone, so I'll actually turn around. And I'll actually start running this way. And since we actually have mounts added to the game, I can actually get on one of those. So I'll get on my hippogriff. That's one of my favorite pets. So now I have a movement speed bonus without Project Taco. So and I don't get aggro either. So I can run through the zone and not get any aggro. We're going to come through this maze and we're going to hug the right wall. Just for clarity, if you guys are using this home point, this is the best path to get to the Einherjar run area. Notice that there's a wall right here. Now, if you were able to clip through walls with third-party software, you could just get over this wall, and that's the zone right down there, right past this wall. But we need to get around this wall, so we have to go through the maze if we're playing legit. So we're going to go through the maze. That's just hugging the right wall, right here. Just like any maze, you just hug the right wall. And then you come around this corner here, and you're there. And you're there. It's that simple. It's easy to get lost inside of that maze, but if you just hug the right wall, you make it every single time. And so here's the zone line for Einherjar. Hazalm Testing Grounds. So we'll pop on in here. Alright. So now we're actually inside of Hazalm Testing Grounds. We're going to actually be able to summon our pet if we're on Beastmaster here, because we're actually going to take... Once you zone into Hazalm, you're already in the battle content. Like, I wish I could tell you guys more about this, but just know that every battle content inside of Hazalm Testing Grounds happens somewhere on the map of Hazalm Testing Grounds. Now, you know that there is no map, but obviously there is a 3D rendering of some map that the game came up with. Like, the game developers built this Hazalm Testing Grounds map, and so you start at the entrance at this tunnel, but you're already inside of the battlefield. You really are. Okay, so you can actually summon your pet here, and when you get teleported to your actual boss fight, it doesn't actually get rid of your pet, because it still has on testing grounds. This whole thing is one large tunnel with a bunch of chambers along the way that are blocked off by gates that you can't get through without some sort of third-party software to clip through walls. So, in this case, that's not what we're using. We're playing legit, and so we're going to go up to this gate, and we're going to trade it a lamp. And it's going to allow us to go past the gate and get teleported to one of the chambers along the way of this tunnel. That's going to be where our boss fight happens. But it's all within Hazalm Testing Grounds, so I don't actually have to worry about waiting until I get zoned in to actually use this pet. So I'm going to use the pet outside. That's going to allow the cooldown to be reduced just a little bit. And just in case you're curious, that's useful. If you lose your pet inside, you can actually summon another one if you wait for the timer to be up. But you can actually sit right outside here and wait for those timers to be up before you even go into the battlefield. So that's just one of the tricks that I would encourage new players to capitalize on. If you have problems soloing this content, then you can just wait for the timers to actually refresh before you even zone in to the battlefield content and have the timer started for the battlefield content. So pretty useful. Get yourself an extra pet. So I'm teleporting to this option. Now I always select one of the bottom 3 because they give the most points. So this is one of the last 3 chambers on the list, and I was able to get in because it wasn't occupied. You can't summon trusts in this zone. You're not allowed to summon trusts here. Trusts are locked. I believe also adventuring fellows are not able to be summoned. You can bring a party of up to, I want to say 18 actually, but you don't really need that, honestly. At 119 level, item level, like, you're good. So I'll run through this zone and collect all of the aggro, because I know that it's a time zone, so I want to be able to kill everything as fast as possible. So I'm on an area of effect job, Beastmaster, or Blue Mage, whatever you choose to bring, Summoner, and then I'm going to run through and collect all of the aggro. But I'm going to be very careful to not stand still long enough for them to actually get all of these spells off on me, because I will die if they cast enough spells, no matter what level I am. Very easy to die to aggro when they start casting tier 3 nukes. You can see my life is actually I'm already half dead. So I'm going to use my AoE ability and I'm going to run away. After having gotten hit with all those nukes, I have some more TP, and I did sub Dancer for this, so I'm actually going to go ahead and use a Waltz now while I'm running. Not going to stand still for this. I don't want that Arrow 4 to hit me and that Fire 4. Alright. So they're still actually trying to cast on me from a distance. So I'm just going to kite them out. Kind of edge the camera over to see if I can see where everything's at. It looks like they're all kind of right behind me, so I can start turning around and getting them to collapse on each other. That will put them all in one spot, which will allow me to actually nuke all of them with one ability. So hopefully they all gather right on top of me right here without stopping to cast. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use this ability one more time. Oh, those nukes are going to kill me. I'm really low on HP. Terribly low on HP. So we'll just wash, rinse, and repeat this process. I don't have enough TP to actually use Curing Waltz 3. I did bring meds, though. I can use a Vile Elixir. Let's do that. That way we don't embarrass ourselves. Always good to bring medicine for stuff like this, because sometimes you get casters and that could be a little troublesome. Now, alternatively, I could have just auto-attacked one to get TP back and then cured myself that way without using a med. But I'm recording, so I'm going to do things the lazy way, pretty much. Come over here and do another Area of Effect ability, take Mina Buffet. Hopefully I'll be able to do it. It looks like it doesn't want to go off. Okay, there it goes. So all those targets are dead. And we have one more Parago left to kill. So I'll fight it. Oh, I guess I need to put axes on, huh? It would help if I had weapons to actually play the game. Alright, how about a Charmer's Merlin? I like that as the offhand. So even with tank gear, this is what I was wearing, guys. Even with tank gear, it's really easy to take a lot of damage here from casters. I recommend tank gear when you're kiting stuff out, movement speed gear, and also regen ticks, because that's very important to keep you alive. The regen ticks are very important. I think I have a plus 11 right now, regen. That's pretty good. So I'm going to move off to the side while they spawn in so I don't get all this wicked aggro here. And since I'm really low and I want to proceed with caution, I'm actually going to just pull a couple of them. Hopefully I can actually do that with my pet. I'm going to fight this guy from a distance, and he's going to pull aggro instead of me, which will allow me to not take any aggro from these guys from a distance. That will allow me to actually focus on one of them without all 6 of them nuking me. Okay, it looks like they're all going to still nuke me because I was too close when I issued that attack. So I do have aggro. But if my pet walks through the zone, it also just gets aggro instead of me. See, like that Einherjar over there is going to be nuking the pet instead of me because it linked to that pet. So that pet has some aggro now. So that's good. So I'm not fighting everything myself. Now I'm going to bring my pet over here. Now I have enough TP to actually use the job ability that I need to heal myself. So we can actually start with this floor 2 fight without having very little HP. So I'll wait another 5 seconds for this ability to come back up, and I'll use it again. Alright. So now I'm going to bring Bouncing Bertha over here and fight these guys that I'm actually aggroed. They're all going to die in one hit because my Beastmaster's broken. And I'm going to run through the zone and collect more monsters. Now, because this is a boss floor and the boss actually is up, it's the Chimera boss right now, you can actually not pull him and pull everything else in the zone. If you just run circles around him from a long enough distance, I believe the distance is like 10 or something like that. I don't know exactly when he aggros, but you can stay far enough away to where you can pull all of these other aggros from these guys and not actually pull the boss. Even when you're directly in front of him, if you're far enough away, he doesn't see you, so you can just walk by. And you can get all of these casters killed before you even have to worry about fighting the boss. That's gonna save you a lot of nukes while you're fighting the boss. Maybe if you're lesser geared, you're gonna have problems. So you can compartmentalize the fight this way. Alright, I killed some Einherjars. I'm just gonna pull the boss now because I'm comfortable fighting it. Yeah, it looks like it's about 10 Yoms when he aggros. Okie doke. So I have some more TP and my health is not full, so I'll just go ahead and, out of good habit, good practice, I'm going to Curing Waltz 3 again. Sick my pet on this monster. Use Take Mana Buffet and start chunking him down. Alright, do we have any more puddings that are alive on the map? It looks like no. That is a bonus monster over there. This bird that's running around in the distance. He's a bonus monster. You kill him and you get medicine that heals you. But I never bother with that because I bring Curing Waltz and I'll bring Vile Elixir if I have. If I have to use it, I use it. But I always bring Vile Elixir and Vile Elixir +1 whenever I go outside of town. Every time I have these items. I do. Simply have those items. And I typically have a Re-Raiser and a High Re-Raiser as well. But I keep one of them tucked away in one of these other storage, one of these other Mog sacks because I don't have the inventory space for all this stuff. But I do carry it. See, like, there's the High Re-Raiser that I need. And I had a Super Re-Raiser as well that you can get now. So that's just how I do it. Now this is a pretty easy fight at this point, moving forward. I mean, I can't lose at this point. There's no other Einherjars in the zone that are going to cast on me. So I might as well just go all out. So I'm going to use Run Wild. Yeah, maybe I'll use Run Wild. They nerfed the range that you have to be from your pet in order to use Run Wild and other abilities, so I have to basically be right next to him to use it. I use Take Mana Buffet. I'll actually put on my damage dealer set, which is completely different from my tank set. Let's just show that really quick. It's 5/5 Valorous with Pet Augs. See this? Valorous with Pet Augs. And then, of course, Arctoy and Charmer's Merlin. Empath Necklace. I think there's a better one now that you can get. Hija Earring. Domesticator's Earring. Staunch Tathlum, which actually could be... there's another item that you can get for your pet, which I thought I had, but I guess I have it somewhere else. Yeah, because it's not being equipped. There's another item that you can get for your pet. For the ammo slot. Incarnation Sash. And your Ambuscade Mantle for Beastmaster. Let's go find that. Let's go find that item. So the best way to find an item that only gets equipped to the ammo slot is to go to your equip sets in your macros category, and then just find one of them. Don't edit it, but actually go to the ammo section that you're actually looking for ammos, and this way I can look through all of my boxes and filter out anything that's not an ammo. So there's some ammos. That's not what I want. There's no ammos in my Mog safe. There's some ammo in my Mog safe too. In my storage I have ammo. Mog Locker, Shrimp Lure, okay. See how it's filtering all the other items out? That's really handy, okay? Where is my ammo? I'll know it when I see it. I might have actually sold it. It looks like I don't have it anymore. That's tilting. Maybe I sold it to an NPC by accident. I don't have it anymore. Anyway, there's one, I think it's called Demonry Tathlum or something like that. We'll go back to town and find it again. I'll pick it up again. How annoying. How annoying. Let me actually look at the equip set. Let's see. Macros, Beastmaster, Pet DD set, equip set 39. Okay, so I'm going to go to equip set 39. Okay, equip set 39. Okay, yeah, it's called Demonry Core. So I'm going to do a find all using the find all add-on. I'm just going to type the first name, Demonry. No items. So clearly I sold this by mistake. Alright, but Demonry Core is definitely the ammo that a lot of people get for their Beastmaster. So I'll just go back to town and buy a Demonry Core. Clearly I sold it to an NPC. It's a rare item, so it's very easy to accidentally sell those because they're non-exclusive. Very easy to accidentally sell those when you're just going to NPCs and just spamming selling stuff to NPCs. That's probably what happened. Anyway, that's it for the Einherjar run, but there's one very important thing I would like to leave on. When you actually open the chest and get your reward, notice that you don't get therion ichor when you open the chest. You don't. You just get loot when you open the chest. You also get a key flag that is an invisible flag that says you've cleared the zone. It simply says, output to the screen, Brunhild's chamber has been cleared, commencing teleportation in 5 minutes. So what that does is that marks the zone as cleared, which means 5 minutes from now you'll actually get your ichor. Or whenever you exit the zone, you'll get your ichor. However, if you use your warp ring or some other warp effect to leave the entire Hazam testing grounds, if you exit the Hazam testing grounds, it counts as a loss and you don't get the therion ichor in that way. That's just a fact. Since Hazam Testing Grounds, as we said at the beginning of the video, is one big battlefield that just teleports you from room to room, you actually have to get the therion ichor when you teleport out of this room. The only way to teleport out of this room before the 5-minute mark is to actually drop the lamp that teleported you to this room. So you drop the lamp, and now you'll actually teleport to the entrance, and you get your ichor that way. But if you warp out of Hazam Testing Grounds, you get no therion ichor for that entire run, even if you killed the boss, even if you open the treasure chest. Trust me, I've done this. You definitely have to warp from, you definitely have to teleport from the battle area to the entrance. And that's the only way to do it, drop the lamp, or wait the 5 minutes. Okay, and so that is how you get therion ichor, and then eventually you can get 100,000 of this stuff and actually build a mythic weapon with that. And since it's an hour lockout in between runs, I would highly recommend anybody that's bored, that doesn't have anything better to do, go do a run, go do an Einherjar run. If you ever want to get a mythic, just go do an Einherjar run, because look at this. I only have 45,000 therion ichor, and I've been farming therion ichor all day, every day, for a long time to get mythic. Well, I exaggerate. Not all day, every day. But I have definitely put my fair share of time in to just do the therion ichor farming, and it's annoying that I can't do them back to back because of the hour lockout. So typically what I'll do is if I'm grinding this stuff, I'll actually put a timer on my phone, and it'll be an hour wait, and then every hour I'll have the timer go off, and then I'll just pause it. I'll actually I'll log into the game, or go to the zone. If I'm already on the game, I'll go to the zone that actually gives me the lamp, which would be Nashma, and then I'll go get the lamp, and then I'll come to Hazam Testing Grounds, and then run into the Hazam Testing Grounds Einherjar event, and then after that, of course, I'll set the hour wait so I can come back in an hour. And it looks like Bouncing Birth is done with this video, so I guess I'll end it here. I hope you guys actually learned something and enjoyed the content. I suppose I'll see you in my next video, and thanks again for watching to the end. Have a good day.